You can die when you do stupid things when high on it. Correct, yes. That's how that works. All right, so welcome back to our lovely business enterprise. I have some plans for today. One of my plans is to get Flint totally under control. Because I think Flint is Flint is obviously where the majority of our money is. So I need to get Flint under control. I got 26 grand. My bills are 3.1 thousand a month. By the time I'm done with this, it'll probably be closer to 4.5 thousand a month, probably. I also want to get Fargo under control. Now, Fargo is going to be more difficult to control. We got higher police vigilance here. We have higher cost of operations. We're not producing anything. We have one employee. He's growing. I think that's where it is. I think employees, I think growing centered employees are where it is. I don't think the sales employees are that big of a deal. But we have competition in this market, and it's her. It's Giselle. Now, she's fairly friendly with me now. She doesn't have a whole lot of strength here, but she's working on getting stronger, and I want to do something about that. I would like to dig up dirt on her. Now, she says we found something here about her. She says she fears her family's in danger. I went around and dug up on this with the private investigator, and that gives me the check mark. So something about danger is her dirt. I want to dig up some more details about her. I want to see if I can press into that issue a bit, and maybe we can blackmail her into getting out of Fargo. So I don't have to deal with her here, and I can just dominate this place right now. I would like that very much because it's a bit more difficult for me to get things done in Fargo. So, to get dirt on her, I would like to get Riley Jenkins. He's got a little bit here in interpersonal. He's not a very good grower, right? He's more of a sales guy. And it'd be probably a good idea to get a grower here. And I'm looking at Franklin Glover with great interest. Because this guy's got 3 growing already. That's wild. Very good. I want to get this guy. He's probably expensive. He's expecting 600, which at his growing level, I think that's probably worth it as long as I can get more product in this industry. I need to go more places. I need to grow more things. So I think as long as we can get there, that would be a great idea, and I'm going to work on that too. K-Pec Turno, thank you for the 1 year of support. 12 months. I tip my hat to you. Thank you very much, sir. I very much appreciate it. Enjoy the new golden hat. Very, very cool to have you around, man. Real cool, dude. So this market, they want haze. Now, right now, her haze is their favorite haze, but I think it's only their favorite because I'm out of stock. So I need to have more haze on hand to sell to this and dominate this area. To do that, I probably need more space. Now, this is very expensive. Costs $900 a month. These places are extremely expensive to rent. The overhead in Fargo is much higher than Boulder, I feel. So maybe Boulder would have been a better choice, but we're gonna try to make it work because I'm already kind of invested in this. The corporate district is a private place, private place, private place, private place. Are there any public places? Fargo Post Office is a public place. Now, the public places are cool because you can set up shop there. There's no rent. You just set up shop for one fee, and all you do is sell there. So you can focus more of your production into that place. There's also much more people there, but that also usually means there's ridiculous competition. So you also have to compete very highly there. Now, the old folks want Space Queen, but they also like haze as well. So we can pump haze into there. The tech bros are more into September Cosmos. Now, that's kind of the only thing they're into, apparently. But I might be able to find something that they like. They like Pine, superhuman social skills, and frivolous storytelling. Okay. Well, I don't have any strains that have that. But if I can get September Cosmos, Maybe that'll work, because maybe start growing that if we have to. The regular Joes like the Granddaddy Purple a lot. So I can push Granddaddy Purple and Haze into the post office, and it'll do quite well. Their price threshold is 15. Old folks will pay 17. The tech bros will pay 25. So if I can get them happy, I can make some serious money in Fargo post office. So one of the things I think I want to do, the two things I want to focus on in Fargo is great production of Haze and Granddaddy Purple, and getting rid of the competition that's in this area. Now, right now, the biggest competition we have is Alex Millerson. I know nothing about this guy. A carry. Okay. I know nothing about this guy. Let's meet him, see if we can talk to him. Maybe he can... I don't think he has any strains that I'm interested in, but I would like to see where he is in terms of the competition. And if we move in, I might be able to get started with this, because there's a lot of competition in this market, right? I mean, weed is not hard to get, and it's, as illegal, it's also fairly easy to sell, and it moves. So that's why there's going to be a lot of competition in the game. Jake, thank you very much for the 100 bits. You have arrived. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Lord me with the Prime sub, 4 months. You guys are too nice to me. Stop being so nice. I'm just kidding. Don't stop being too nice. Seriously, don't. Hey, care to tell me how your business works? I'm new to these parts, and I'd like to run a business kind of like this. Healthy competition. Hey, I guess we'll see what the future brings. They say competition is healthy for the product and customer, after all. He seems more open. He's actually pragmatic, so decent integrity as well. Let's see if we can get a little chance to know him. So I'm thinking... I'm not really curious. I'm gonna whip through these because I'm not actually interested in what they have to say. It sounds weird, but the dialogue in this game is pretty bland. It's really flat, and I'm just not interested in seeing exactly what they say unless we uncover something that's important for me raising that bar. That's pretty much the only thing I want. He doesn't seem really all that interested in talking with me right now. We did stay neutral after all that exchange, but it might be kind of interesting to dig up some dirt on people. So let's start with getting dirt dug up on our main competition in this market, and that's Giselle. I want to get my buddy here to go ahead and dig up some dirt on her if we can, because I think there's something that has to do with her being in danger. I want to press her on that. I want to see why does she think her family's in danger? What did she do? Who knows what she did? Who's after her, right? There might be somebody coming after her. And if I can maybe just, not necessarily threaten, but otherwise insinuate that I know what you did last summer and I'm gonna tell them all about where you are kind of thing, it might get her to back off. Maybe kind of good. How far behind is YouTube? A lot. I was pretty upfront about that on the community tab. I'll be pretty upfront about it here. If anybody asks in the chat, if anybody asks that question, just let them know this is way ahead of YouTube, and they're getting spoilers by being here. I love you being here. Feel free to hang out if you don't mind it. It's a great game. You're not going to get a whole lot spoiled, but this is going to be substantially ahead of YouTube. So I'm going to incentivize her. Exactly, Ivy. I'm going to incentivize her. I would also like to eventually get another employee here that knows how to grow, because I think growing employees are fantastic resources. For now, I have the superior product of Haze compared to her. If I raise my price, it goes down to 2 stars and hers becomes the favorite. So I need to lower this to 7 so I stay favorite. And when I do have supply, they will buy from me. So that's what we're going to go from there. Now, let me go to Flint really quick. And I want to assess this market too. I have somebody looking into Giselle. That's great. We have a couple of things here. PayMyMedicalBills.com wants 575 grams of any strain. And if I can give them this, it will give me 30 influence in the decent side, as well as 13 grand in cash. I like that idea a lot. My main objective right now is setting up a laboratory. Laboratory sounds cool, and I probably should do that as soon as possible because, as we know from video games, research has growing compounding gains, right? The earlier you establish it, the better off you are in the end game. So I probably will want to maybe rent out Meal Own Burger here. Meal 1. Is it Meal Own or Meal 1? It's probably Meal 1. I think I want to rent this out. How far away is going legal? Good question. Don't know. This, still locked. Hopefully it becomes available later. So let's rent this space. It'll cost me $200 a month. I think we can cover that. I'm going to set up a grow room here because I want to get more product. I'm also going to set up... I think I probably need at least 2 grow rooms here. And then I want to get a lab as well. Now the laboratory, we have an illegal lab. So I want to have somebody, probably Josh. I don't think it matters who works in the lab. So I'd rather my growers, my main growers, not have to work in the lab. He doesn't have any growing ability, but he's got good interpersonal skills. I'm going to have him work in this lab. That maxes him out. He can't do anything else. Now, he's also a grower here, which I don't think I need him to be. But having 3 growers here means that things happen. He's a bad grower, though, which means when he trims things, it's going to be bad trims. He's going to cause the product to suffer, I think, a little bit. So I'm going to get him out of this room. Sophie can grow here. And we also have Rebecca Jade. Rebecca can grow here as well. Good. This is going to bring heat to this area, but not sure why I would want to expand activity in the lab. Regular Joes like the Granddaddy Purple. We're going to focus on that here for sure. Now, the Metalheads like September Cosmos. I can supply that. So we should look into having both of these. Another thing I want to do in this area, I know I'm going fast, it's because I've been putting a lot of thought into it, right? Like how I want to change the game, right? Putting thoughts into how I want to change my playstyle. And I think one of the things that I'd really like to do, the lab is going to let us, I assume, use research points. I assume. Those research points will help us study the optimal conditions, which means we can improve the product. But I can't actually implement the ideal conditions for multiple grows if I'm growing 2 separate plants in the same building, because they might want different temperatures, different humidities, etc. So, I think we need to produce a lot of one product in this area, a lot of a different product in this area, and a lot of different product in this area, and we can capture a wide audience. So I think in Mill 1 Burger here, I'll do a lot of... Their price threshold is 13. This is 15. I think we'll do a lot of the September Cosmos here. A lot of the Granddaddy Purple here. And a lot of the Super Lemon Haze here. And we'll just focus each building on one product. And we have the best possible ideal growing for each of those, right? I think that's how I want to do it. And then over here, once we have the money to do so, I could probably set it up now, actually. The tea room. I could probably set up a tea room here. It's 5,000 bucks. We'll set it up now, right away. Okay, let me go into the grow room here and get this set up. So this is going to be... I'm running out of money here. I'm running low on cash. We're going to want 2 lights. And then we want September Cosmos grown in here. We can do 75 grams. Stop. Meal 1 Burger has bad conditions for growing. It is really, really hot in here. Okay, good to know. I can change that. Here's a small fan. Enjoy that. Get the temperature down. Then, I probably want to optimize the humidity here as well. So I need to take another grow spot to play with the humidity. Probably. We'll see what 60% looks like. Let's take September Cosmos with medium soil. September Cosmos with medium soil. And September Cosmos with medium soil. We'll do this on all 3 of these. As much as we can. I'm not gonna bother with staggering the grows too much. I've been told that, right, by people in chat before, I should stagger my grows, etc. And I sort of like the idea of having that constant flow of product as opposed to big batch bulks, right? But I think in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it really matters all that much. Oh, we got new info on Giselle. Hang on. Knows some very shady businessmen. Okay. She can also recite the entire end monologue from American Psycho. Okay, knowing shady businessmen, I'm not sure that really plays into her being in danger. She is also shady. I'm gonna wait till there's something that might correlate with that one thing we know about her. Those two things are most likely related. All right, so these things have started growing a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this one in place. Now we want to see how these ones are growing. If I need a humidifier, we'll put it in there. If I don't, then we won't, right? So right now we have 11 out of 15. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and pause this. 11 out of 15 is with the defaults. So let me raise the nitrogen level up to like 8 in this one and see what that does to the optimal conditions for this. Okay, still 11 out of 15. Doesn't seem to affect it much. What if I raise phosphorus? We don't want to do it. Yep, we do right here. 13 out of 15. Cool. Let's apply this to everything. Now, I'm wondering if we should optimize it anymore. So these ones here look like this one's ready to water, so we can play with this one. How about we lower potassium down to like 2? See what that does to the plant. Okay, it's 11 out of 15. Didn't change it much. We can raise potassium up to 8. See if that makes a difference. Still 11 out of 15. Bring it back down. What about nitrogen going to... Actually, let's hold off. We'll do it on one of these instead. Let's say we bring nitrogen to 10. What does that do for it? 12 out of 15. Okay. It's also now rare quality. This is good. We want to apply this to the rest. Let me take a look at this one. What if we raise phosphorus up to 10? Okay, it's 11 out of 15. Bring it back down to 8. It's going to be 12 out of 15. Didn't we get a 13 before? What about temperature? If I raise the temperature to 73, I wonder if that makes a difference. Let me make sure all of these are the same. And we'll pop this one. 14 out of 15. Excellent. So it's just about playing around with different plants, right? That's all it really is. And you might be interested to know if you're planning on playing this yourself and going, oh, I can copy his conditions and mine will be that way too. Actually, no. I've confirmed this already myself, but a lot of other people have too. The conditions in which each strain like, with the exception of the first few, like Reggie and the Super Lemon Haze, I think are the only two that are really like locked in because they're part of like the normal intermittent like tutorial. All of these strains, the conditions that they like are somewhat randomized for optimal. So my SPCO won't necessarily work the same as your SPCO, which I find really cool. It means you can't just go on the internet and find the formula for every grow build. You kind of have to look at it a little bit. You might get lucky. There's only so much you can do with 3 sliders, but yeah, it's kind of cool. So this one here is a 10-8-5. Let's drop potassium down to nothing. Actually, not on this one. Bring this back to 5. This one's ready to water right now. We'll bring it down to 1 on this one. 12 out of 15. Bring this up to 8 again. 12 out of 15. Bring this back down to 5. Just kind of confirm it's 14 out of 15. So we have really good quality stuff here. We can apply this to all of it. And we can make sure it's there. Now, they like this quality. It could be... If I raise this to 74 degrees, I wonder if that changes anything. 74 degrees. Let me see if this does anything for us. 13 out of 15. So this likes it a little bit cooler. We'll leave it at 73. If 14 out of 15 is pretty good. For now, I think that's good enough to get one more plant going. And we'll let our growers do their things. We have 2 employees in this building, and this is epic quality stuff. So we should be able to sell this for really great. Something is urgent in Fargo. Interesting. Let's go take a look at it. Police officer warning. I hope I'm not being too pushy, but it is important for me that we're both on the same page here. I am the guy you come to if you're in need of anything around this neighborhood. Motivation for the police officer slightly increased, okay? Let me check out. First off, let me sell this. Also, let me make sure we're actually producing, because it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of product here. I'm a little worried about that. That's what I thought. Grow these. Get this. Get all these back in. That's going to increase the vigilance a lot, but we have our guy on it. I want to get a grower here. I think if we can get a grower here, we can do some seriously good work in Fargo. But I also want to make sure that we're taking care of Giselle. By taking care of, I mean looking into her. She dealt weed in high school. That's not that helpful, unfortunately. Should we buy a grower? $600 a month. Can I even afford that? Last month's profit was $2,000. Huh. Technically 5 sliders if you count the temp and humidity. Correct. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hi, Piranha. How are you, man? Zephyr the First, welcome back. You like the Weedcraft as well? That's cool. I do not want to talk to this guy. I want to make sure. I don't know. Last month's profit's bad because we kept buying things. I wonder if that's why the profit was bad. Or if it's actually bad because just our costs are too high. We have over 1,000 supply of Super Lemon Haze. PayMyMedicalBills.com wants, they'll give us 13,000. Oh, you just sold all of it. Oh, you just sold all of it. It was right there. You just sold 900 grams. Right before I'm gonna drag it in there, you sold 900 grams. Holy shit. All right, I want to, oh, we got research right here. Look at this. Research is a thing. I like that. Competition strength is a little bit high here as well. Mediocre strength. I think we should do something about that as well. Hey, buddy, can we talk for a second? Hey, look, listen, mate. I got a new joke. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Interesting, Johnny. But did I ever tell you about he is deliberately unfashionable? Deliberately unfashionable? Do you mind if I ask you about that? I enjoy talking with you anyway. Again, we don't get the specifics of the conversation. I kind of wish we did, but I understand why. It's not the core focus of the game, so I understand. We are friendly, so I'm going to ask him a favor here. I need you to convince the competition customers to buy our product in the marketplace. I want to take them out of this. Please help me as a friend. Okay, so his strength is -35. Love it. Yeah, competition strength went down. Perfect. What I want to do also is see if I can get him to do the same thing in other neighborhoods as well. Right now, these guys are the top spot because they have supply. I need to get supply under control. But I had enough to do this. I had enough. Here's my help. If I take Super Lemon Haze out of the market really quick, we're gonna lose a lot of money. But if we can grow enough to get over that 575, I can deliver it, and we don't have to worry about selling it. So I just need to get this number over 575. So I'm not technically selling that right now. We got new info about Giselle. Highly suspicious of strangers. I think that might be part of it. She's suspicious of strangers. She feels her family's in danger. I bet... Is she being... I want to make sure I have enough money for the month, but... Is she... Did she piss off somebody? That's all I'm trying to figure out. It's like, who exactly are you afraid of, like, taking you out, exactly? Come on now, 378. Super Lemon Haze. Let's get the supply up. Okay, so we had enough to survive, good. We have 12 research available too. Get the supply up. What is this? Let's go, grow it. We're only selling one strand right now, and that's a bit of a problem. We have September Cosmos as well. But we have no place to sell. We can't sell it. We can't sell the Cosmos here. If I get rid of the tea room, I'd have to get rid of the lab. I have to get rid of the lab. Do I think this game will be replacing XCOM for now? For this week only, yes. This week only. We're starting a new run in XCOM, so I'm not in a super hurry to do it right away. I would like to investigate this. I think that has something to do with it. If she's afraid for her family's in danger, she might have somebody specific that she's trying to stay away from, and the strangers might be part of that specific. Okay, good. So these two things are both there. I think she's wanted by somebody. Maybe she left a group. There's evidence in police records that she flipped on the mob. That's probably it. That's probably it. She flipped on the mob, and she's afraid that the mob will find out where she is. But she doesn't know who's part of the mob, so she's suspicious of strangers, and that's why she feels her family's in danger. That makes perfect sense. I bet that's the dirt I need. But weed, oil, and chili con carne. He wants 525 grams of Space Queen. I'm not growing that. That's a lot of money though, but I'm not growing Space Queen right now. I need to get more grow ops, man. I just need more money to do that. Right now I want to get this because this will give me 13K, which is huge. If I can grow just a little bit more Super Lemon Haze, I can deliver that to her. No harm, no foul. And actually, it might be better. These guys like Granddaddy Purple. Maybe we set up a place to sell here. Their price threshold is pretty good on that. This is all 15s, but Granddaddy Purple's not liking this, right? It's only 11 out of 15. If I can grow the Granddaddy somewhere else, provide optimal growing conditions for just the Granddaddy, we can get higher quality stuff. Because 11 out of 15 is okay, but it's not great. I'm trying to speed this along because I need the money to deliver. It would be really nice to have the money. It's also not vital that you hit these water like right away, because you will reach a point where you can't water anymore. So you only have a certain number of times you can water. It's not about really the timing in the growth cycle as much as it is just the number of times you can hit it. So the whole thing with me hitting water, then scissors, then water, it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, it's kind of cool that you can water it twice, bam, bam, but it's not super vital that you do that. Because you're gonna get, you have a fixed number of times you can do it anyway. Like this one here, if I wouldn't have done that back to back, I could still water it now, you know? All right, that's 528. I need 575, right? Yeah. So I just need to harvest a little bit more of the Super Lemon Haze. I can get 13 grand for all of this. That's way better than selling it on the street. Like, these deals are way better than the street price. All right, you finished gathering intel on her. Watches extremely peculiar porn. Think you can mix strains on contracts? Can you? Ivy, you're a freaking genius. You must have tried that yourself at some point, right? Good. I didn't know you could. I thought you just had to drag it in. Okay, great. 13 grand is mine. Perfect. We can put this back on the street now, so I can get money. So let's put this back for sale. And the Super Lemon Haze, the price is really low. I feel like I could sell this for more. He's still the favorite. It's because, okay, it's because, no, we have very comparable product. He can sell his for higher than I can sell mine. I need to provide Epic. I need to beat him, unless I can get him down again. Let me talk to Robert here. He's interested in cannabis. Well, no shit, he's a pot-loving... I'm just gonna talk about the things I know he likes. And again, I'm not concerned about the actual content of the conversation because it's pretty bland. But if I can get him to talk about himself at all, shit. I want to learn some more stuff about him. I'm gonna talk Azir off. Wonder if I can dig up some dirt on him. Let's see if Josh wants to go and look at some dirt on him. He boasts about fights with random people over political issues, and that's actually part of the dirt. So we could use that as a connection. You know what I'd also like to do? I think Sophie needs more motivation. When they're more motivated, they work faster. If I can afford to do so, I think I should pay her more. If I can afford to do so, and I think I can. Because her motivation is low. If I pay her more, her motivation might go up. I know she's making 700 right now, but for her skill set, I think I could pay her more. Would be nice in theory. So she's kind of in the middle ground, and I really don't want to lose her. She's really good. So this is kind of in the middle of the bar. If I go up to like 850, let's go 900 here. If I go 900 here, she goes up to eager. Perfect. She'll work faster now. I feel like the growers are your primary employees. I feel like they're the most important employee. I feel like they pay for themselves because the more eager they are, the faster they work, the better they work, the more product you get, and so the more product you move. I think they're more likely to pay for themselves. Competition, peaceful coexistence. My old man was a carpenter. He really hated the carpenter store across the street, but after Dad broke his arm, no one but his competitor helped him get his shit together. They've built a new venture together, getting rich in the process. And that other carpenter was my mother. The story is fake, but I'm sure you get the meaning. So you're gonna team up with another competition to take me down, is that it? I wonder. How's my relationship with you? Familiar? Can I get you friendly? Getting close? Familiar. Let's go technology. You like that? Meticulously clears his message and call history. Okay. You're friendly now. I would like you to convince customers to buy our product. Ooh, at the Fargo post office. Are we selling there yet? We're not selling there yet. Hold on. Are we selling there yet? Did I buy that? I didn't set up shop there. I should, though. I really should. You'll be able to sell weed illegally using a dealer spot or buy a license if the law allows it. So I have a dealer spot here now. We can expand, or I can just throw the product in. It's probably going to be if we ever get more. This is the... Yeah, these are a lot. There's a lot to harvest here, dude. What are you doing? I need a grower. He's too slow. He's able to move product well, but he's not able to grow it well. He's very slow. This is a problem. I need to hire somebody for this location. I'm gonna hire, God, the expenses though. The expenses. I think I'm gonna hire, I need to hire a grower. We're gonna hire, Franklin Glover here. He's really good. Wait, oh, did I just... Hold on, does he have decent integrity? Shit. He has decent integrity. Damn it. I have to fire him right away. He's unfriendly now. That was bad. I should have talked to him before I did that. Always talk to people before you hire them. What about Sophia? 325. At least she's got some growing talent. She has decent integrity as well. Oh, man. Are there no bad growers here? Arthur? Arthur, what's up, dude? Over time, his attitude towards me will be restored. Well, he's shady at least. Was it the new plant you put better at 8 than 10 in the highest slider, or was I imagining it? Offer if it didn't like 74 degrees, would 72 be better? Yeah, we can play around with sliders. I have research as well, so I can also just click buttons and it'll tell me exactly the best conditions of all my plants. And then I can move them to different buildings and prioritize buildings to get the maximum quality. But I need a grower. This guy's pretty pricey though. He's so cheap, but he's also not good. It's like he's also not good. I need to pay. I was really hoping that guy would... Oh, he's not even available anymore. The guy that I fired just now, he's just not even available anymore. That's unfortunate. I really want somebody who's specialized in growing. What about... Optimization dashboard. You can employ one more person per city. That's interesting. Beat Cop discount card. All new employees have slightly better relationship with you. Okay. After you improve relationship with your employees, it'll stay much longer. I have the Gardener's Guild certificate, so I should be able to find people who can grow easier. Also notice I have 3 in decent, but 2 in shady. So the different like contracts that I've fulfilled also influence. Goes one way or the other, or both ways, I suppose. Studying plants costs less research. Maybe. Lets you ask your competition to share their research with you. Wrong temperature and humidity impact on plants is decreased. That's interesting. The Monsanto secret ingredient sounds cool. Temporarily, this will help our quality. Discovers celebrities in different places. Celebrities will pay more money. Rock wool. I'm looking for something that helps me Damn it, I need a grower here. Arthur is the only grower that... I mean, he's the only grower that is here that will do shady things right now. I should have talked to that guy first, so I knew that he wasn't... I mean, I obviously want to go legit at some point, right? I don't want to do underground growing if I can help it, right? This is 8 out of 15. We know the conditions this likes, but I don't have a fan. I need a fan. That would help too. Let's remove this and pop a fan here instead. Bring the temperature down to 69 degrees. 11 out of 15. We already know the optimal conditions for this. What about humidity? This is an air purifier, but we already have a front business here, don't we? So we should be able to keep this under wraps. If I use the humidifier in here instead, we already have the front business. I need to hire a grower. It just adds a lot to my costs. Okay, we do have profit though. we are profitable. That's a good thing. That gives me confidence. Let's hire that guy. Victor Great. He has no stats and he's very cheap. We have Alan Zekas. These are new people. And he has 2 points. He has 2 points and he's only 350. Hello, Alan. You look like a stellar, upstanding citizen. He actually looks like the little redheaded stepchild that gets picked on at school, but we'll see if you're shady or not. And pragmatic. You're also problematic. Let me see if let me see what Victor's all about. You don't look much different than the other guy. He's criminal. Okay, this guy might be the one. He's really cheap, so we'll see about getting him leveled and growing, maybe? He's not a good grower, though. Like, I need a grower. Like, I need an actual grower now. And Alan is better for that. Maybe I hire them both. Just hire them both and get them in here, right? Ian's 325. He doesn't have the growing skill. I wish I could find somebody with the growing skill, like, reliably. Because that's who I want. I want growers. I don't need salespeople, you know? I need the growers, not the showers.